Tonight on One News, fatal shooting in Hamilton, one man killed, and the 6-hour manhunt that followed, including a carjacking at gunpoint. Deadly flooding in New Mexico, a wall of water blasts through the streets, carrying homes along with it. Plus, remembering the Rainbow Warrior bombing 40 years on, how its namesake is still trying to change the world. No mai ki ngā pito kōrero o te wā. Welcome to One News this evening. A 20-year-old man is tonight in custody following a fatal shooting in Hamilton. He faces murder and other charges after evading police for 6 hours. During the search, police say the alleged offender started hitchhiking, stealing a car at gunpoint. Jacob Johnson has details and reaction. No mai hoki mai. Qantas has finally answered questions over the staggering cyber attack that hacked the personal information of millions of its customers. We now have a more detailed understanding of the exact information stolen and how many people are affected. And as our Australia correspondent Aziz Al-Safin reports, he was also one of the people caught up in the hack. Hoki mai anō. Welcome back. Leading chip designer Nvidia has become the first public company in the world to reach a market capitalization of $4 trillion US. Yes. And the exhibition is set to run until the start of August. All right, Jenny's here now with sport. Razor reveals his team for the second test against the French.
Yeah, that's right. And don't mistake Saturday's match for a rerun, a largely unchanged lineup for Wellington. Why Scott Robertson's favoured consistency as the ABs search for a more comfortable win. But big changes in the Black Ferns, including the return of Ruby Tui for the first time this year. And Red Bull cut off its horn. What's behind boss Christian Horner's sacking? And Novak Djokovic survives a scare to reach his 14th Wimbledon semi-final.
And in weather, we've got quite a rainmaker heading our way. There's a bit of everything coming in through the course of Friday. Heavy rain, gales, thunder, and even eventually some snow down south. What you need to know? Details after sport.
Kia ora, welcome to Sport. And All Blacks coach Scott Robertson has kept faith with the side who narrowly beat France in the first test, making only 3 changes for Saturday's second test in Wellington, 2 of those coming about because of injury anyway. Patrick Tuipulotu coming into the second. Well, there's a future tennis star there, I'm sure.
Yeah, indeed, those genes. Thank you very much, Jenny. Stay with us. Dan's back in a moment. He says another round of heavy rain and gales is on the way, and he's got all the details next.
Milford invested in you. Proud sponsors of One News Weather.
Well, you got some plans over the next few days. You're going to keep an eye on the weather. Quite a rainmaker is starting to work in, forming in the Tasman Sea. It's probably going to affect all of us in some way, shape or form. And of course, for kids on school holidays, you want to, of course, look for some dry weather. It's going to be a bit on the murky side going into the weekend, a similar sort of thing. Have a look at the satellite. I'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And look off to the west. That big lump of cloud is just coming to life like you flick on a gas stove and it just boom, up comes the cloud. That's good oomph. That's good dynamics. Check out things from really much of north and you can see that is rain. Heavy at times, it is thundery. Watch for some gusty winds. If you're traveling, do take some care. And for Auckland, it's the same sort of thing. 3 o'clock to about 8 o'clock tomorrow evening in bits and pieces here and there as the day finishes. And similar as well for Dunedin. You're going to see some of that wet weather to work in, just as a spell of some rain for the afternoon. What does it mean for the weekend? Well, Saturday, that big line of blue, the band of rain pushes through. The low wraps around. That brings in some blustery showers. Watch out for some thunder, particularly western coast. Strong squally winds at times. Sunday, this thing, you think we're done. It's going to slowly clear away, but there's still going to be some showers. Eastern areas do better for the dry weather this weekend. As I say, there'll probably be a lowering snow level over the weekend too. And you're thinking, well, when is the fine weather going to come? Simon, unfortunately, we are under a bit of a rough spell of weather coming. So everyone, if you are traveling over the next couple of days, you will certainly want to take some care. And the rain is really setting up in here in Auckland as well. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you very much for that, Dan, and thank you for being with us this evening. Let's head straight over to 7 Sharp with Aaron and Daniel.